Hello folks and welcome back to the Byzantine Empire. This is episode 10, I believe. Yes, it is episode 10, and we started playing the game about, 3 months ago? That is quite insane. I feel like this campaign should have ended by now, but I haven't really been playing this very hardcore or with all my willpower, so maybe we should try to play a little bit faster here. I asked you last time in the comments whether you wanted me to continue the Let's Play or not, and it was kind of a divided answer. Some people said, let's move on to something else. Some people said we should continue. So at least for this episode, I'm going to continue. We'll see how much we can do in this episode, and then I'll make my final decision. Oh, just look at this beautiful fleet. 77,000. Okay, that's pretty nice. I think that the Unbidden, at least before the Asimov patch, patch 1.2, right? They usually started off with, I think it was 3 20k fleets that came in through the wormhole. So I think that if we just keep building some more ships, we'll be fine if against any sort of end game crisis. Now, I think I'll also start colonizing a little bit more aggressively, because that's really the only way we can get closer to winning. Of course, it puts us a little bit behind technologically, but then we can just make our sectors be more aggressive on technology. But we'll definitely need to start building more colony ships. Whenever we play Stellaris again, I will not play Fanatic Materialist and Xenophile. I mean, I might play Fanatic Materialist because I like that, but I really want to play something different where I can actually intervene with local fauna, be more aggressive about things, because right now, yeah, kind of boring just sitting around. And you can't, like, if you find a civilization that, is about to get enlightened or something, you can't really stop them, so that's kind of annoying. Also, by the way, I don't have coffee because there's no milk. I know some people will be like, what? You don't need milk to make coffee, you make it with water. But no, I make my milk on coffee, or what? Okay, yeah, I screwed up. I make my coffee on milk, but what I am drinking, believe it or not, is strawberries in water. I actually found some frozen strawberries, and I put them in my cup of water to work as ice, and give it a little bit of taste. It's quite nice. Oh, it would be so nice to have what's it called? Yeah, that super planet, the kind of planet where you basically get to colonize anything. A Gaia world, yes. With anything. It would be so nice to have a Gaia world, a big Gaia world, and be able to bring together all the different species from my all over my galaxy, and just have them all there and use it as a sort of colonizing ground, because that would make colonization a lot easier. Although I do think maybe we should start doing robots. I think Concord here, we do have some. Is it Concord? Yes, we have some droids, so we could potentially start sending out droid colonies, and then just allow the different species to just relocate to those planets. Actually, that might be a lot more efficient. I like how this system is owned by 3 different empires at once. It's the Greens, the Pinks, and these guys. So it's not like something just popped up there, but it's like one has a frontier outpost, one has a planet, and the other one has the other planet. I don't know how that actually worked out. It must have been some wars or something that allowed that to happen. See, this is the kind of perfect small planet that is good for a robot to colonize, because if we take a look here, it actually has habitability minus 10%, happiness minus 5%. Of course, the engineering is a good thing and all, but I just hope that other species will move in. And of course, it's not good for the robot to take care of the this tile here with food and all, but over time, I think the AI is able to move that around. At least if I was controlling it myself, if it was within my core planets, I would move that robot eventually. Oh, look at that! I just realized we have a pre-sentient species here, on Yondus 1A, and they are starborn, which is pretty cool. So migration speed plus 60% and habitability plus 25%, because they have always, consciously or not, longed to traverse the void between the stars. That's awesome. Alright, so much so, I'm gonna uplift them, give them conformist traits so that their ethics divergence doesn't, you know, skyrocket with low happiness, and we'll do rapid breeders to make them a decent species. And they're, of course, Arctic preference, which is awesome. So let's go ahead and uplift them by clicking there, research, and almost done. Alright, so the uplift has been successful. The only problem with this uplift here is that, of course, it's going to push the borders on the Fallen Empire, and I'm not too keen on that. But of course, we'll just build up, and maybe we can stand against them. I doubt it, though. And also, I'm going to try to avoid colonizing more Tomb Worlds. There is a Tomb World, a 22 Tomb World here, that I definitely am keen on, but I'm going to wait until, you know, these guys are less of a threat. Conscientious objector, so they can gain a pacifist or militarist trait. We don't share any of those, so I'm just going to say very well to the event. Stranger danger. Xenophile ethic, thank you. Oh, you just gotta love watching this sometimes. There's a little city inside. It's like the movie Elysium, right? Elysium. Not a great movie, but yeah, no, it just reminds me of that for some reason. I'm actually quite surprised that we haven't seen the second evolution of droid tech yet. I mean, they probably exist out in other places in the galaxy, but like on my list, it may have popped up once, but I didn't take it. So I'm rather confused. Like, I wish I had them, because we are fanatic materialists, and it'd just be nice to get that tech going. Hey, you know what? I think we're doing pretty well colonization-wise. We're already at 82 of 319. When we left off, ended the last episode, I think we were at 71 or something. So I'm definitely gonna keep doing this for a while. Of course, we'll take some hits research-wise, I believe. But that is a sacrifice I'm ready to make. After all, I mean, I can always, as I said before, just change my sectors to be more research focused and start forgetting the tiles, stop respecting the tiles in case that would ever, you know, be the case. I love how these guys keep at it. They just keep insulting me. It's like they're at war with this other empire. They're inferior to me, and yeah, they're just hostile to the entire Federation. I just don't understand. Why do you keep insulting me? Alright, I'd love to have the improved storage capacity energy-wise, the 0-point reactors and all of this, but I'm going to start off with the improved assist research so that we can get just a little, you know, just squeeze as much research as possible, because, yeah, we need it. Alright, I stopped renaming my planets because, you know, we're gonna be colonizing a lot of stuff. I've stopped renaming most things, really, but we had Sirius Prime here, which was a core sector planet, and I just decided, you know what, seriously, we need to rename that. Ah, yes, sentient AI, evolving intellects advance science not only as subjects of study, but as researchers themselves. Yes, please. Oh, another ancient civilization. I didn't realize this, but I just looked it up after I clicked the sentient AI thing. It's these guys are militant isolationists, so as long as we don't touch their borders, they're fine. I mean, mostly these guys. Ooh, Directorate. Whoa, you guys are big. What is this? But you're still inferior. Okay. Alright, well, otherwise, I don't actually think we have any other Hulfer Guardians, militant isolationists. Good. At least we don't have any, like, ancients that want to, like, stop dangerous technology, because we are researching a very dangerous technology, right? So that's what I'm worried about. So we could finally recruit an admiral with the latest tech that I got, and yeah, Mr. Govas here has a fire rate of plus 10%. I've seen better. I think I've seen 20%, but you know, better fire rate is always better because you fire faster, right? Why wouldn't you want that? Alright, this is really screwed up. Oh, damn it. So, the Benthel Ancients, which I've been rambling about through this entire episode, even though I've ignored them in all other episodes pretty much, they have sent me a communication, and it's an ultimatum, right? Blasphemous human, you tread carelessly in the halls of the dead, crushing history underfoot, and think nothing of the spirits that you disturb. No more, leave the dead to rest in peace, or answer to the living, to us. So they want me to destroy my Rochoidia colony, and that really annoys me. On the one hand, I'll have a happiness, you know, it will go down by 10% there, and monthly influence minus 33%, which is huge. And then they'll get the ads accepted demands towards the Byzantine Empire. You know, and that's bad enough, right? But then we also have the fact that this is a species we uplifted. This is a planet we found, a 22-tile planet that we found that had some creatures, and they lived here. It's not like I just colonized an empty tomb world. They lived here, they were irradiated, and I just uplifted them. It's not like what? Also, just fair note, it's probably because, you know, the patches and all, but it's not like this world has any special symbol, because they said, at least when I was at the London Stellaris event, that there are special symbols for holy places, you know, that these ancients think is important. And this planet had none of that, so total bullshit. Now, if I refuse demands, I really don't know. I mean, they're superior. They are going to destroy me. Naval capacity is equivalent, fleet power is equivalent, but their technology is superior. And that's what really worries me. Now, who hates you? No one. Oh, I really want to click will not be bullied, but I know that they will declare war for this little piece of crap. They don't care. They will destroy me. So, and considering that I boarded them, it's probably not a good idea to fight them. You know what? Let me have a think. Alright, you know what? Let's have some fun. Yeah, this may be a catastrophical decision on my part, but our colonization is pretty much done, our period of expansion, so it's not like we're gonna go negative on energy or anything. Let's not be bullied. We are gonna stand up against this, and let's immediately start building a lot more cruisers, because my cruisers are the only ones who have tachyon lances, and tachyon lances are the technology that the ancients use. So if I have that myself, that should be good. In fact, let's see, we have 26 cruisers. Let's bump that number up, shall we? Let's do, I don't know, lots of them. How many days does it take, actually? It doesn't matter. 240, yeah, that's quite a lot. Who cares? Your ignorance and insolence will cost you dearly, young one. Right, so they hate me. Minus 185, that's almost as low as we can go. Yeah, I'm not. This is really bad, and the worst part is that we can't like just give them stuff, right? It's not like it's not gonna help, I think. How much would I have to give them? Oh, the rotation's going pretty fast. In the next 5 years, so in 2380, we're actually gonna be presidents of the Greater Byzantine Sphere. And then I'll use the opportunity and just destroy these guys again, I think. I actually finally feel the urge to start researching some more defensive technologies, so let's do Fortress, and then if this shows up again, the military station health, I'd happily take it. Abandoned terraforming equipment. Since our initial settlement of Sastram Prime, several anomalies in the planet's biosphere have been discovered. The ecosystem is unstable and has not developed according to projected models for a world of this type. Our scientists suspect outside tampering, and these suspicions have now been confirmed. A few of our colonists have stumbled upon a large underground terraforming complex that was built thousands of years ago. The equipment was apparently deactivated in the middle of the terraforming process, leaving the planet's biosphere in its current unfinished state. If we supply enough power, we should be able to reactivate the machinery. There is no telling what the end result will be like, however. Who could have built this? Interesting. So I think this is actually part of the precursors civilization thing that we got at the very beginning of the Let's Play, like 176 years ago. We still haven't had any artifacts recovered, which is really odd. So of course we are just going to dismantle the equipment. I really don't want to risk turning this on, because after all, we sent our best colonists here. The habitability 100%. Don't really feel like ruining that. You know, I've been looking into terraforming, and I'm kind of disappointed because I always thought that the terraforming was actually for like crazy planets, say this molten planet here, or maybe this barren planet like Mars or something. But no, apparently you can only terraform planets that, you know, are already colonizable, pretty much, which is kind of disappointing. However, I wonder if I terraform this place, I wonder if I'll kill off the Stone Age primitives. Because if I kill them off, that could actually prove beneficial. Because I'd really like to just colonize this so I can take away the outpost here. Because this is the only thing connecting this area to this area, and I'm not sure if the outpost would make a difference. Actually, just in case, I mean, I could... Building an outpost goes 100 influence, but I'm thinking like I could dismantle it and then build it again if it doesn't work out the way I'm thinking. Not the terraforming, but just the outpost. It's expensive though. We have 3 rare technologies on the line here. So, Clone Commandos, Gene Warrior Army, or this one. I think we'll go with the Gene Warrior Army because that sounds pretty badass. Holy shit, I had a jump scare there for a second. I saw this number just pop up, minus 426 a month. But then I realized it's because we have integrated our little vassal here. We're not just there, they're over here as well. So we'll probably have to create another sector in this region. But here I'll get to expand this one. Oh, this is actually border gore. So there we had this colony over here. Okay, I wasted some points. I created a new sector here, and then I realized I couldn't connect this one up. So I deleted this one, thinking, oh, if I start from here, then maybe somehow I'll do some magic. But obviously that didn't work out, so I wasted influence. And the worst part, this territory around here is only held by a frontier outpost, so I think we should start colonizing this area more. Or I mean, there's only really 2 places we can colonize, and then we can push the borders and hopefully connect this one up. Of course, we'll spend some more influence, but that's the price we pay, isn't it? And it's unfortunate if these guys were, if we weren't in a federation with these guys, we could potentially vassalize them, but that's not the case now. Sentient AI complete. Yes, our plans are going very well. Now, energy weapon attack speed, that sounds good. 48 though. This is 63. Plasma cannon. Energy would be good. Guardian point defense systems would also be good. Everything is always good. But you know what? Let's go with some energy, actually, for better ships. Ah, yes, synthetics. That is what I was looking for. Finally, it shows up. Of course, I'd rather focus on better armies and stuff, but robot populations, I think that's pretty awesome. They do Actually, I mean, it's not super necessary. Not at the moment. Maybe we should focus on something else, like the strike craft damage. I think that might be more interesting. Alright, we have assumed the presidency. Now we have the Federation fleets here, and I don't really care. They're just a bunch of corvettes. But we are going to go to war against the 7 associated nations, of course. They are at war with the Vorsax, yes. The people south of them. And they're relatively friendly there, so yeah, I think we'll just like try to liberate everything. Of course, I think the war will have to be waged or declared on these guys first, because they have then it's like just one group we have to fight. If we attack these guys, we have to fight the other guys over there as well. Let me just double check that actually. Yes, the Neborite hierarchy. This is a historic moment. We are about to reach 100,000 in fleet power. It's kind of laggy here, obviously, with this massive fleet just sitting around. 44 battleships, 44 corvettes, 36 destroyers. Oh, 42. There we go. Ooh, we actually have more cruisers now than battleships. Interesting. So yeah, that is our fleet. Oh my god, this is historic. We are equivalent in the to this ancient empire. This is awesome. Of course, their technology is still superior, apparently, but I think give it another few years and we'll actually surpass them. Though I wouldn't really risk attacking them until they're actually like inferior or something of the sort. We will declare war on these guys though, but I'm just going to wait until we just fill up a little bit more with energy, because I don't really want to risk going bankrupt. The people in Rome really seem to like moving. I mean, they just move all the time, but you know, that's fine. I guess we do need our populations to expand throughout the galaxy, so I can understand that one of our planets is always going to have some migration outwards, but it's just kind of weird. Like, aren't you happy? You should be happier. Alright, I could add more war goals, but I think this is good enough. We're gonna liberate a bunch of planets, try to create another vassal. And in the meantime, we are also gonna go ahead and I've already split the fleets, because having both out at the same time, like one 100k stack out, is actually really expensive. In fact, I think I'm going to rearrange my sectors so they start producing a little bit more energy. I think our fleets have finally reached the size that, you know, they become a burden on us. But, yeah, I think I'll use 50,000 against these guys, and then, if necessary, we'll send out the other 50,000 here, or maybe even less. I don't think it's going to be much of a problem. So let's confirm this. So apparently a scientist that was conducting research on an observation post in Gildan's game here. We can go and check out the planet. Or Garnet, not game, right? He disappeared. So we're gonna try to keep up the search. Oh, I'm almost running out of energy credits, but then I realized I can actually trade for energy, and I'm gonna put my fleets on passive stance, because this is crazy. This is really quite expensive. You know, I absolutely hate this game sometimes when I can't retreat from battle, because okay, see, my fleet is fighting, decides, oh yeah, we need to take down these science ships and this mining station. It's very important. We're gonna spend a whole fucking month doing that with our biggest fleet, and then yeah, and then we might move once we're done. But in the meantime, during that month, they could have jumped into battle and like taken out the enemy fleet. But no, they just have to stay in that same goddamn system the entire time. It's time. Let's get the synths, because then we can have more robotic pops, and they'll be good at engineering and all of that stuff, so I don't even care anymore. Ooh, there's been a shuttle crash on Jurg-Huquel here, and there's a... Is it a primitive... What are they? It's a pre-sentient species, I think? No? Wait. It says capital world, but it doesn't say what kind of stage they're in. I think this will... I'll just assume it's like Stone Age or something. But
Situation log updated.
I wonder what happens if we don't take out that shuttle from the region. Where is it? Shuttle. If we don't, I think there might be an interesting event chain. Who knows? So I reshuffled my sectors, and after a few years, they've kind of balanced out, and we now... They give me like 100 and something more tax now in energy credits. At the loss of like about 200 minerals, but I'm fine with that because we cap with minerals quite often, so I'm okay. Oh yes, okay. So survivors captured in Jurg-Huquel. This is the place that we forgot to take out that crashed shuttle, and now they know that there is life outside of their planet. So this might be interesting. I'm curious to see what happens if they're enlightened, or if there's a war or anything. Or I mean, if they're enlightened, I'll either vassalize them or just destroy them, because I don't want my borders looking disgusting. But yes, this is not good. Alright, so Android Army, Synthetics, and Artificial Intelligence with Citizen Rights is done. Before we forget, let's go ahead and give our artificial intelligence citizen rights. Yes, alright, wonderful. And now we'll choose a new technology. I think we'll go with minerals, no. Stormfire autocannon. Kinetic battery. Man, actually, this is quite difficult. Let's go for autocannons. Alright, so all my robots are now synthetics, and they're actually pretty happy. They are, or these guys aren't. Wait, synthetic, robotic. But I started building a new one here, and he's going to be a xenophile, fanatic materialist. In Rome, apparently one moved in, or maybe I built one, and he's deciding to move out to Hathanoron Prime. Actually, let me check that. Hathanoron Prime. Chaitil. Oh, wait, no, okay. Wait. Well, how's it spelt? Hantaron. I can't. Hantaron Prime. Let's see how this planet is. Apparently a lot of people move here. Oh, no, okay. Not that bad. It's a tundra world. Alright, I'm kind of sick of war, so we're actually going to send these demands. I don't care. And a bunch of people here will be liberated. We're going to offer a migration treaty. This distance thing should come down pretty soon. But yeah. They'll be our vassals. There we go. They are now our vassals. Alright, so we've played through another 20 years of the game. I think, of course, this is going to be where we end this particular episode. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like. It really helps me out a lot. And, of course, subscribe if you haven't already. This has been GameGabster. As always, farewell.